They think genius is a blessing, that being the smartest in the room means you've won. But they never ask what it costs. They never question why the most brilliant minds are often the most alone. I've solved more cases than anyone alive. I've outwitted serial killers, governments, entire networks of organized crime. And yet, I have no friends, no family, no place in the world that feels human. Because true genius doesn't connect you to people. It separates you from them. You start to see things differently. Patterns others can't see. Motives they don't question. Truths they aren't ready to face. And with every answer you uncover, you drift further away. Most people live comfortably in illusions. They trust smiles, they believe in justice, they think evil wears a name tag. But I've seen the best people lie, and the worst people justify. And the line between justice and murder, paper thin. They called me strange, reclusive, cold. But what they didn't understand was that I couldn't afford normal. I couldn't afford distraction. When you're hunting someone like him, Kira, you don't get to blink. You don't get to feel. You observe. You calculate. You survive. You eat sweets because it stimulates thought. You stay awake for days because every second might be the one where he slips. You hide your name, your face, your life. Because genius paints a target on your back. They think being a genius means you always win. But it doesn't. It just means you see everything falling apart before anyone else does. You hear the lies in their voices, the panic in their eyes. You watch them pretend everything's fine, while knowing it's not. You don't celebrate your victories. You question whether they were real. Because the closer you get to the truth, the more it looks like madness. Light Yagami was brilliant, but he chose to become a god. I chose to become a mirror, to reflect back the horror in his genius, to meet him at the edge of darkness, and not flinch. We were not so different. That's what terrified me the most. I had to look at him and wonder, if I had his power, would I have done the same? That's the curse of genius. You don't just understand people. You become them. You feel what they feel. Think what they think. And if you're not careful, you lose yourself. They say knowledge is power, but they forget. Power isolates. True intelligence is quiet, detached, alone in a room full of noise. You don't get comfort. You get clarity, and clarity is cold. I never wanted fame, or thanks, or even acknowledgement. I wanted answers. I wanted justice. But even justice began to blur. Because when you spend your life chasing murderers, you start to understand them too well. You mimic them. To catch them, you question yourself. To predict their next move. And every step forward pulls you deeper into their world, until the difference between hunter and hunted becomes a whisper. Do you still want to be a genius? Do you want to see what no one else can? Then prepare to lose what everyone else has. Comfort, connection, innocence. Because once your eyes are open, they never shut again. Genius is not a crown, it's a blade. And the sharper it is, the more it cuts you. So if you admire L, admire from afar. Because behind every brilliant mind is a soul slowly breaking under the weight of knowing too much. And once you see the truth, there is no peace. Only the silence between your thoughts and the next monster waiting to be understood. That is the cost of genius. That is the curse of L.